What do you think of him being trained by Apollo Creed?
Apollo who? You talking about that old fool Apollo Creed? Shucks. One has been
just
teaching
keep
another.
talking, pal.
That's all Apollo been
Keep
doing,
talking.
been running off at the mouth lately. And when I see him, I'm gonna close it for him.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Stu Dahan along with Bill Baldwin, and we welcome you to Madison Square Garden, a most exciting backdrop to the anxiously awaited rematch between the former champion Rocky Balboa and the reigning heavyweight champion Clubber Lang. We now switch to our remote cameras inside the dressing rooms.
Jakks Pacific was good at releasing some great 3-packs for their WWE action figure line. Taking the Deluxe Aggression packaging model, they gave us, Rocky fans, the only 3-pack in the entire line, exclusive to KB Toy Store. It contained the 3 unlikely friends, and it could have been a 4-pack, but unfortunately, they left Tony Duke Burden out of it, leaving him with only one single release. Paulie, the first figure in the set, comes with the one and only head sculpt used in the other 3 releases of Paulie, the last being the Santa Paulie, given away to all Jakks employees Christmas of 2006. It's a great likeness, too bad they gave him the same amount of hair for each release. Thankfully, for our second figure of the set, Jakks used one of the better head sculpts of Apollo Creed, as the Series 2 Apollo does not look anything like Carl Weathers, in my opinion. And now, last but certainly not least, our main character, Rocky. Although he comes with a great fitting robe that you can get only with this set, Jakks made the odd choice of using a younger, pre-facial surgeries head sculpt of Sly, even though the other figures in Series 3 have a chronological accurate head sculpt. Taking a look at the one and only accessory inside the 3-pack is a bar stool. This was made, of course, for the WWE figures with a spinning top nonetheless. So, I mean, it's a nice sculpt. Through the years as I've had it stored, it has kind of bent certain ways and it stayed that way. It's pretty creative using a bar stool as Rocky's corner stool. When I sit him on there, you don't notice as much that it looks more like he's ready to have a drink.
Don't forget to give Rocky my best, huh?
You know, I've been coming 8 years. How about you give me, Paulie, your best one?
And speaking of getting a drink, let's take a look at our first figure, Paulie Pinino. These figures were made basically with whatever Jakks Pacific already had in hand while making their WWE action figure line. So all this stuff that he's wearing is from the WWE action figure line. This body looks to be Mick Foley. Once again, that's the same body that they keep using. I guess they must think that Paulie and Mick Foley look a lot alike. Again, that face looks just like him. They give him a lot of stubble here. And the back of the shirt, as you see, it says Paulie on it. Just like in the movie. He's got big old forearms because Mick Foley has big forearms. But he's got that stomach, baggy pants, and take a look at the shoes. All in all, this is a pretty darn good figure.
I just want to tell you that I'm proud of you. It takes a hell of a man to change, and you did it. You're gonna prove it to him tonight, right?
Right.
Hey, fool, after I crucify him, you next.
Just stay out of my face, chump.
Don't turn your back on me, second.
We're gonna blow before the bell.
And Jakks Pacific did a fantastic job with this Apollo Creed. Take a look at that shirt through all the inventory of shirt molds. This is a perfect fit. They even got the little lines across his biceps there that the actual shirt in the movie has. And then on the back, Rocky. I think this guy came out perfect. Look at those slacks, the shirt, the shoes. That looks fantastic. And then again, like I mentioned earlier, using that head sculpt really helps out. He looks like the champion. He looks like Apollo Creed. All the molds for the clothing that they had in hand fit just right on this figure. Although there's nothing fancy on this Apollo Creed, this guy came out almost spot on.
You did good, Apollo.
Thanks, Paulie.
Okay, let's do it, Apollo.
Let's roll.
And here comes Rocky, and here comes Apollo, the two former champions.
And here is the Italian stallion, Rocky Balboa, looking pretty darn badass. But again, that head sculpt, why did they end up using a younger version of Rocky Balboa? As you see here, he's got the same head mold as Rocky 1. And now that I have the previous robe Rocky figures, let's take a look at the robes. Starting at Rocky 1, it was highly detailed. It's even baggy on him. Rocky 2, another highly detailed robe. And then Rocky 3. It doesn't seem like it has that much detail, but once you turn them all around, you see all the detail. These robes were fantastic and beautiful. The Rocky 3 robe. Made in high quality with a lot of detail. Check out the hood right there underneath. He still has some material right here to keep his neck warm. Like this, he looks pretty darn cool. Let's not forget that he actually wore Nikes in the movie and not Adidas. I'm guessing Jakks had an agreement with Adidas and not Nike. Other than using a younger head sculpt and the shoes, this guy looks pretty good, especially with that robe. But I've never taken this robe off of him. I've only seen the shorts this way.
I want you to wear these.
To compare it to other Rocky Balboa figures that I have wearing the American shorts. So let's see what upper body mold they use for this Rocky Balboa. And they used the ripped body mold for him, which is perfect. See all the veins, how vascular he is? He's got huge traps, and of course, not a 6-pack, but more like a 24-pack. And just to compare him to the last single release of Rocky Balboa in Series 3, here he is with the American shorts. And the shorts are basically the same thing. But take a look at the skin tone. This guy's been in the sun just a little bit more than this one. And then take a look at the gloves. Looks like this one's a little more accurate with the white all the way across. But there is no name brand on the gloves. This one, well, it's not white all the way across, and it also does not have the name brand. Have a little frilly thing that bounced around, and the shoes are also a different brand. But the head sculpt is so much better on this one. Heck, they could have even used the training Rocky head sculpt, which was a lot better than this one.
Bust you out.
Go for it.
And while trying to pose him to finish off this review, his arm broke off. Man, this sucks. Thankfully, I was able to maneuver the pin right back in there. I'm not going to be able to really move this arm around though, because I don't want this arm to fall off again or break even more. So after I'm done filming this, I'm just going to put the robe back on him and put him back on display. This is a fantastic 3-pack, even with all the little negatives. Even with Rocky breaking his arm while reviewing this figure, I still think this is one of the best 3-packs or even sets that I have ever seen. I might be biased because I'm a big Rocky fan, but this is one I'm happy to have boxed and loose. Don't forget to check out the very last review on this Series 3 of the Jakks Pacific Rocky Balboa action figure line.
Now here comes the champion now, Clubber Lang. Listen to this crowd. Take a look at those eyes. I've never seen a guy with such sullen eyes.
Series 3 brings us 7 iconic single-pack figures. One throwback to Series 1, true-to-life heavyweight champion of the world. The card now features pictures from Rocky 3, and the back of the card features a whole new format compared to the previous series, with half the roster at the top and bottom and a bio of the figure's character in the middle. A boxing ring that was really a WWE wrestling ring only with Rocky 3 accurate stickers. A KB's exclusive 3-pack of Rocky and his 2 best pals. A European gift set filled with so much testosterone it might need testing. And what you gonna do, brother? With the internet exclusive pack with 2 of the most influential and iconic action superstars of the 80s. Although we might have reason to mourn, let's not pity the fool. Turn on that jungle junk music, dust off that crop top, grab your friends, cause it's time for that
Eye of the tiger, man.
Nothing is real if you don't believe in who you are.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Hey, woman. Hey, woman.
What's the truth, damn it?
I'm afraid.
Hey, woman. Hey, woman. Listen here.